2025. Game number 5 in this best of 5 series. RRQ going up against KAGENDRA.
I mean, I'm looking at KAGENDRA's draft here, and I think it's going to be a frightful one. Like, we've seen some great performances on the likes of the Monkey, right? Obviously, Haku, to say some. Nev on the side of Osaka as well, to have a good performance on this pick. And then we look at, obviously, the healing, obviously, the Young Qeon. We're going to be seeing, obviously, the Blazing Cape being built here onto the Monkey to do a little bit more damage over time. So I think KAGENDRA's got this one for me.
To be honest, I feel like the synergy is a little bit better on the KAGENDRA side. I mean, there are definitely some questions, right? But you still have a Young Qeon. Yes, some things don't really make sense, but if they're able to just out-execute, this is not the worst draft. They have the potential.
I think the problem here for me is the fact that obviously Senko, we've seen him on the Mai Shiranui. He wasn't able to carry on that one. Let's see if he can do it on the Kongming.
Yeah, and this is going to be huge. The first 5-10 minutes dictating the pace of this game, because I feel like once you have that lead, your team is just going to be in a great spot in this game.
Yeah, speaking of great spots, that's not where RRQ663 is. He's looking at a very hairy and scary spot here. Harpist as well. Both taking too much damage from my liking in this early game. KAGENDRA definitely put the pressure on so far.
Yeah, and now it looks like there's going to be a rotation here. Lex going in, finding Lou. I don't think they're going to get too much with those creation blocks.
Not just yet.
Yeah, not just yet at this point. But man, this series has just been fire throughout.
Getting the Phoenix here is going to be the potential here for RRQ to get a little bit more goals into their back pockets. Spray Sprite, top side of the map, hasn't quite yet been taken down yet, but interestingly enough, like RRQ, KAGENDRA in the early game, they're probably not going to fight for kills just yet.
Yeah, not going to fight for kills, but again, like we've seen the MO of both of these squads, especially early, is to kind of like not really force anything, not do anything unconventional. Yeah. Don't take any sort of risk, just consistently farm.
Consistently farm here for both of these two teams until they're in that optimal position, right? But if we look at, obviously, the late game for the side of RRQ, it's their damage dealers.
Yeah, it's all about the damage dealers at this point. And now it looks like Lou has to back off on this one. But Lanfeng and Harpist, these two have been going at it all series. This has been the lane matchup to watch.
Yeah, they've always been very aggressive, very buddy-like in this whole series, but that's what's delivered them the results, right? They haven't left Lanfeng out to dry.
Yeah, they haven't. And that's the biggest key, right? Yeah. And that's how KAGENDRA have gotten back into this series, is because of Lanfeng's play. I mean, Weira's definitely been, amazing as well, but how much can he do on the Menki?
A lot. A lot. I mean, he's going to be looking to try and get the re-engage onto Harpist, onto Lex, maybe try and force them out, right? Like, just kind of make sure they're not safe.
Yeah. I think that's going to be the biggest thing, right? And Weira here, if he's able to keep on pace, right now he's about 500 gold behind Bai, which is a little worrying at this stage. I mean, it is still very early, but, any sort of advantage that you give to Bai, not great.
It is not great. Giving it over to Bai in this Young Qeon. Right now, obviously, going into the 3-minute mark. No kills onto the board. Very slow game.
Oh, Shinglin, he's going to give up first blood. Senko with the winning strategy in the snipe out.
First bullet got over to Senko. I did obviously doubt him to begin with, saying, hey, he didn't quite carry on the Mai Shiranui, but now the Kongming is online.
Yeah, and the amount of burst damage that the Kongming will have, I think Senko's going to be just fine. He's going to be able to kind of, pay for his not-so-great game on the Mai.
Let's see. Only time will tell. Obviously, got first kill on the board. It's currently already, the stars are aligning for him here. 663, he has the Unbridled Outburst, so if KAGENDRA wants to attempt a team fight, we have the ultimate of the Zhongfei.
Yeah, and that's a good time to kind of think about something. I mean, you don't always have to think about his defense, use defensively, but more than anything else, just create space. Let Harpist farm. He's your guy.
He is your guy. Just keep him alive, keep him fed, keep him fat, get him online before the D-Ranger as well. Right, obviously you can see the Turtle Blade being built just before the 4-minute mark. So in terms of his farm rate, it's actually been pretty good.
Yeah, it's definitely been good. But the Shadow Tyrant, like, it's going to be bursted down. Weira ensures that he gets it. 663 was just watch it, couldn't do anything.
Yeah, I mean, he was just body blocking, right? That's exactly what you want to do as a Liempo. You want to make sure you base checking in.
Oh, they find Ahans in a bad spot. He's stuck in this cubby hole. It looks like he might be able to go down, but the Final Frenzy is not enough to keep him up, and Ahans going down to Bai.
A big go down here for the side of RRQ as well as KAGENDRA. Ihan going down here, but Lanfang trying to get that split push down to the bot side of the map, creating that pressure already.
Yeah, that pressure is going to be great. Use that space. RRQ on the other hand, they're going to look to pick the top T1, but now here come Wira and Lu and says, that's mine. You should not touch that.
That's his no-no square, right? He wants to make sure he's keeping that alive for him in terms of the pressure that's not going to be created here from the side of RRQ just yet. But looking over to KAGENDRA, they are able to make a little bit of a gold lead for themselves, so they're trying their best with this one. Obviously, they need to if they want to stay in the competition.
Yeah, RQ seems like they're better playing from behind, aside from like what, game 3.
Yeah.
So they're no strangers to the losing side, at least in terms of that net worth. But you know, RQ, you want to be playing from up. You know, this draft strives on it. And the fact that you have the Yang Jian, you got to get him going as much as possible. You want that lead.
Maybe the bit expanding of the Dolia in the early part of the series probably wasn't the best call to go for here from the side of RRQ. Maybe they weren't expected to go the full best of 5.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of have to put yourself in a great spot. And I didn't really like that draft when you think about it. It didn't really utilize the Dolia.
No.
So, I mean, I'm sure they're like, you know, hitting themselves on that one.
They did hit themselves on that one indeed, right? Obviously, using the Annihilation just to kind of drive them away here in the side of RRQ Lex, making sure they're able to maintain their Azure Golem for now. But still, 1-to-1 kill on the board. A lot on the potential of who goes forward.
Oh, Jingling, here's the emergence. They find Ihans. He's on the wrong side of town, though. And it looks like he's going to be knocked around with Final Frenzy, but how much more can they go? He tried to go for Lex to turn this, but Ihan says now it's going to be revealed that he doesn't really have much, and they're going to give the kill to Jingling.
This is what I'm worried about. Like, with the Guan Yu pick here onto the side of RRQ, Xingling, he is going to be the carry. He's going to be able to kind of push, poke, and prod your enemy team around.
Yeah, it's actually smart against the Umbrosa, right? I mean, yeah, you Final Frenzy, but just like in that case, if you're out of position, you're out of position. So he can make him pay. So as long as he's, again, controls the enemy team as much as possible, they're going to have a decent shot.
They will have a decent shot. Decent shot at gaining this Golding back to themselves on the side of RRQ. The winning strategy is being used there to do a lot of damage onto the Dua.
Yeah, and now it looks like RRQ with this, you know, I mean, they have the kill advantage, but they're down net worth-wise because KAGENDRA's been largely quiet because they're just efficiently farming. I'm assuming that Wiro, once he's tanky enough, that's when they're looking for something.
I mean, that's the problem, right? If you make too much sound or too much ruckus here, if you are KAGENDRA, you potentially have the chance of RRQ waking up and be like, okay, we know what we're working with here. Let's go and try and go for the counter engage.
Yeah, and then Azure Golem, it looks like they were going for the steal, but too many members of RRQ, they're like, okay, we cannot fight for this one.
Oh, they got it. KAGENDRA got it.
Oh, they got it. They stole it, yeah.
Wow. I mean, they had all the defense there. They still obviously managed to get it. Obviously, the smite was taken away by RRQ by
they'll run off first. That's going to be the first one. And now they're trying to go for the Razor Cavalry with that pushback. They find Lan Fang. And now with buys, Heaven and Earth Bow, they have a decent amount if they want to turn this. And they want to go. They're getting chased at this point. Well, with Jingling down, it doesn't look like they want to go for anything else.
No, just take away, just basically go back to basics. Keep Harpist alive. If Harpist falls here, and Lex is left alone without any space to breathe, it's going to be hard for them to actually put any damage down onto the side of KAGENDRA.
Yeah, it's going to be hard. But at the same time, and Lan Fang down, that's a lot of the damage as well. But you have Senku and Ihans. Those are the, like, they have a lot of damage dealers. So they could continually fight if they wanted to.
They could. They could continue to fight if they really wanted to here in terms of just making sure they have the meat and potatoes of this game number 5, right? Obviously, getting into the Tyrant here, onto the side of KAGENDRA, making the team fight a little bit more easier for them.
Yeah, meat and potatoes sounds so good right now.
It does. Meat and potatoes, but I mean, we're in Philippines, so it's probably like meat and rice, you know?
Yeah. Well, we'll have either, okay? I'm sure we'll have that one later. But KAGENDRA now doing a great job. Like, this is that lead. This is the draft synergy that we were talking about, and the ability for them to kind of take the initiative, because RRQ have been playing very reactively.
They have played very reactively. They still are behind by about 2K gold, though.
Yeah. And this is that Azure. If they're able to take this one out yet again, and it looks like he did. Wira, though, he gets caught on the curve, but he's going to be fine after that steal. And they have all 4 buffs at the moment.
All 4 buffs, then they have Ihans just putting pressure on top side of the map. The emergence does come through.
Yeah, Lex emerges and he's just like surprised, and he's like, wait, no, I'm scared.
I don't want to be this overextended. Let me go back to my base.
Yeah, and it looks like with that mid T1, KAGENDRA taking advantage of the fact that they have a lead. They're going to take this mid T2, or they're going to try to. But the top T2 is probably the bigger target.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to open up this base onto the side of RRQ. But I mean, we've seen them 2 times within this series, right? Even if they have no high ground turrets, they still manage to come back.
Yeah. Coming back is the big part, right? RRQ need to find a way to come back. They're KAGENDRA right now with the lead. They have the level advantage, gold, everything at this point. And at that 10-minute mark, the Shadow Tyrant, this one will be key.
Very much so. Right, 10-minute mark now as the neutral objectives do get enhanced by the Shadow objectives here. Lou looking to just kind of body block, get some intel here onto the side of KAGENDRA.
Yeah, 663, if they want to go, he has the Umbrella Outburst, but he's going to play a little bit safe. The Tyrant going very far, but now Xingling in a bad spot. He's going to be focused. The Annihilation. Here's the Tremor Smash. Lou not going to really hit anything. We were still up in front with dealing with Vi, and the Tyrant is going to be on the side, and RRQ are like, actually, we're really not going to fight for this.
Exactly. Not fighting for this Tyrant means that they can kind of try and live for another day, right? Like, if they do fight for the Tyrant and then lose so much, it's pretty much all she wrote for the side of lose.
Yeah, I mean, you're down about 2K, so RRQ were like, okay, let's not take that risk. We're going to give it up. We were up picks up yet another Shadow Tyrant in this series.
Oof. Another one. And another one. That's what, 3 back-to-back Tyrants. That's a lot of extra damage here for the side of KAGENDRA. And I mean, they've already been taking these team fights with a little bit of a ease of control as well.
Yeah, and it looks like the bottom T2 about to be going down. KAGENDRA still, again, very smart with how they're moving, right? RRQ, they're being completely stuck in their own base. No real way to even get out.
No way to get out of here for the side of RRQ, but the assault onto the side of KAGENDRA, they're looking not to stop here, right? Obviously looking to try and wipe out this minion wave into the T2, wait for the minion wave in that mid to come through, but at the same time, right, RRQ, what are we doing? What are we doing here? And you can see that Xingling's trying to go for a bit of a macro play.
Yeah, by Heaven and Earth mode, looking to go for this one, but we're up with yet another steal, taking everything from Vi. I mean, here's the immersion. No, they're going to pump fake that one. They're not going to fully commit on this. RQ still looking for the right angle, but with Weera providing all that vision, not really the target you want.
No, exactly. Weera is definitely trying to check and phase check these bushes to know who, what, where, and why they are in there.
Now, the winning strategy going to be body blocked by Vi. He's going to keep Harvest up a little bit more. He is very squishy, so he is at risk at any moment in this game.
He is at risk at any moment in this game, right? Obviously, the health bars of RRQ are looking a little bit slim here, especially Vi being the front line.
Look at 663 with Vi, right? As long as you keep it, you have the Leaping Savior as well, so you want to just keep them up as much as possible. That winning strategy is going to get annoying.
Yes, exactly. It's going to get very annoying very quickly, and I think it already has for the side of RRQ. There's just so much damage being put onto them in this early part of the game. It's only going to scale and only get worse.
Yeah, and Shadow Overlord going to be picked up by KAGENDRA here, and it looks like the big neutrals. This is going to be a huge turning point for them, as they're able to consistently put that pressure on.
The big neutrals or the big naturals here onto the gorge. We are still yet to consider these, but that T2 is definitely being chipped away here into the mid lane. So now KAGENDRA, 14k to 35k. That's almost around about what, a 3k gold lead once again. They're just kind of keeping that same distance.
Yeah, I'm gonna trust you. I don't have my advocates. I don't have time for that, right? To kind of.
I'll just put the. Just put the damage in.
But the Vanguards are now here. KAGENDRA again doing a great job choking them out, right? It's just a matter of time. If they're able to take this top T3, that would be great and not lose anything. 663 is getting a little bit low. The Annihilation onto Senku though is going to skirt him away, but they do defend.
They are defending very well, but I mean, RRQ have come back from this point time and time again already just within this series, so I don't think we can even call them out yet. Like, we can't say, hey, look, you're gonna go down. The game is gonna be lost because KAGENDRA, just like, they seem to thrive.
Yeah, I think KAGENDRA or RRQ are like, hey, let's go back to game one strategy. Let's lose all our T3s and win the game.
They seem to work then. Why not? You know what I mean? Like, we're in the final mode here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do that.
Yeah, let's get there. And I mean, KAGENDRA, again, no minions. The bottom Vanguard, look, they're just trying to push. It's just a bit of a bait more than anything else, because they want that bottom Vanguard to kind of, you know, put a little damage down.
Put damage down onto the side of our But now We Roar has the Pure Sky. He can dive in onto the back line. He can get the damage reduction here as well. And it's going to help with the slow, right? Obviously, the slow from the Pure Sky is definitely going to be the MO to keep the likes of Harpist safe.
Senku has to use the passive Xingling with a nice little flank, but he actually doesn't push anybody away.
No.
He actually gets to safety. Ihans is not in a great spot. The final frenzy going to be used, and he's going to actually just survive. But Bai, it might not be as lucky. He is so low, somehow limping away. The winning strategy is going to be helped out. He actually tanks that with that Stampede, keeping him back on in. And RRQ lose no one.
They're losing no one at this moment. It's such a low kill game. It's like
It is.
5 kills around about 15 minutes. Like, that's what? Not even 3 kills? Is it? Per 5 minutes?
I mean, but they're playing very safe, right? It's all about the big neutrals, and KAGENDRA looking at taking that net worth lead to propel them, as they've grown this lead to about a 5K lead.
Right again, 48k to 44k. Let's look at the itemization. Let's look where the disparities are. Obviously, into the mid lane here, you can see that Senko is having a much better time in terms of farm here. He's only got 1 kill up on of Lex, but it's just all being funneled over to him, right? He has the Void Staff. It's going to make it very troublesome here.
Xingling, he's actually going the wrong way, but it looks like he wants to deal with the minions. He's going to split push. If RRQ just take out the minions, you know, Xingling's doing the right thing, and that's where you want to be. You take that next wave out, and they will survive yet again. And the reason why RRQ, obviously they were trying to extend this game as much as possible. They don't want to die, keeping those T3s alive. But if they extend it late game, they're going to have a good time.
They're going to have a good time for Lex and Harp as well, but it's getting to that late game, right? We're 16 minutes here, looking to go and approach the high ground turret.
Yeah, but KAGENDRA cannot get over the hump, so to speak, which is the high ground on this one, and it's very tough. RRQ doing a good job, but now the top T3 taking sizable damage. The Annihilation is going to be used with those sprites. They've committed everything for this, and they do take that one down.
They got the takedown here of that T3 top side of the map. This is going to be the opening up of the RRQ base once again, which hasn't been the be-all or end-all, right? Like, they sometimes come back from it, and then other times, it's not looking too great.
Yeah, not looking great at all. I mean, this is a situation where, you know, RRQ have the timing, but they're not able to find somebody to catch maybe like a Senku.
Yeah.
Or Ihans is able to just like sustain. He has that final frenzy, so it's kind of, it's difficult to get those pickoffs.
Well, I think it's just because obviously we have that the fire exit as well, right? Obviously that's going to be a little bit of an issue for the side of RRQ. They just need to play behind 663. 663 with the Unbridled Outburst, then let Harpist just lay waste to the enemy's squishy heroes.
I mean, ideally you want Xingling to kind of set the tone with like a nice Razor Cavalry. And then the counter initiation with the 663, right? The Umbrella Outburst, but the Overlord getting very low, and Weira ensures that he gets it. And now with that final frenzy from Ihan, just skirting them away, and RRQ not able to contest.
Not able to contest, but I mean, it's all going to go in the favor of KAGENDRA. KAGENDRA having to win what? They were behind by 1 point, and now they're looking for a back-to-back victory. Like, they should be kind of down and out, but they are looking to prove themselves to stay in this competition.
Whenever you're talking about longer series, like the last team that won has that momentum.
Yeah.
They're going to feel much better. They're going to be in a better spot, especially mentally, right?
Yeah.
But RRQ taking the fight to them, understanding backs on the wall. I literally, like, I lose this game, I go home.
That is the problem. If they do lose the game, they do go home. If they lose this T3, it's not the end of the world. They just need to make sure they play a better defense.
Yeah, definitely better defense, but now the mid T3, the last one has been taken down. KAGENDRA, the entire base wide open at this point, looking to close this game out.
You can see here 663, Lex, Harpist, Bai, and Xingling all around the Crystal 4 now, just trying to make sure that those Vanguards get wiped out before KAGENDRA try and pull the trigger.
Yeah, the mid lane is going to be the problem, and now they're going to go. The Umbrella Outburst is going to be used. The final frenzy. Crystal has taken a little bit of damage. Do they have enough? And it doesn't look like they have. Oh, they do, and somehow KAGENDRA pulling this one out. They're going to move on.
KAGENDRA are going to be advancing into the lower brackets, ladies and gentlemen. Their end is not nigh.